Hello everyone. In today's environment, continuous availability and disaster recovery are not just nice to have features, but they are table stakes that every enterprise should achieve for their business stakeholders. And in today's demo, we are going to see how this can be achieved for Db2 Warehouse on Cloud on BYOC Azure, but also the same steps are applicable for Db2 Warehouse on IBM Cloud or AWS. We will start the demo by logging in through the unified console and by configuring replication and following the next steps. So to log in, we'll enter the credentials as required. Once we are logged in, we click on the tools icon, and under the tools icon, there will be a replication tab. So we'll click on the replication tab. The first step to enable replication for achieving high availability and disaster recovery is to activate it, to activate replication. The activate replication steps needs to be done on both sites which are participating in the replication setup, site A and site B. In this case, I'm going to show only on one side, but essentially the same steps need to be done for both sides. So to activate, we'll click on Activate Replication tab. Then it will pop up this confirmation window, which shows that as part of activation, the database will not be available for a certain period of time. Database will not be available for about 45 minutes or so. So this has to be done during a downtime. So if the user decides they do not want to go with activating the application at this point in time, they can cancel it. But if they want to continue, they can click on the OK button. Then they will see a pop-up window which will show you that the activation is in process. After the activation is complete, we'll come back to the replication tab, replication homepage. The next steps to set up replication is to click on the replication homepage and click on Create Replication Set. When we are creating a replication set for the first time, we'll have to provide the target details of the second site that we want to replicate to. So in order to find these target sites, we'll have to click on this SQL. We'll have to run a SQL query on the site B. This tells you what SQL query we would like to run. This SQL query should provide you the database host name and the replication API server host name that will go in these input columns. We'll click on Next. Now this will start preparing the target site for replication. And it may take up to 5 minutes. The first step to create a replication set is choose an appropriate schema and then choose the tables that you want to replicate. You'll be asked to provide a name for the replication set. You can provide an appropriate name for it, and then you'll have to select if you want to start the replication immediately, as well as you'll have to select the options if you want to do an initial load, which is copy the existing tables, or only replicate the future changes. Once you click the finish button, you will be prompted with a dialog box that will show that the existing table, in case you have chosen that option, will be copied over to the target, which is essentially to do the initial load. You can click on finish, and then you will be brought to this page where you can see the status of all the replication sets. So right now we just have one replication set with two tables that we had selected. When you click on the specific replication set, it will bring you to get more details about the replication set. Key points here are the consistency point, last consistency point. This tells you what the target is replicated and consistent up to this point in time from the source. And if you scroll down a little bit, it will also show you the individual table status, if they are being active or if they're in error state, etc. But this is the place where you can see another other metrics such as the latency, or we can find out if in case there is latency, which component is attributing more to the latency. It could be capture latency or queue latency or apply latency, or yeah, when it's apply latency can be further divided into the database latency, which is basically the time it takes to write to the target database table. And on the right side, you can see what's the throughput achieved for that particular time interval. Now, in the next section, we can see, if you scroll down, you can see this alert column, which will tell if there are any alerts generated for the specific table, or if it's in loading state or active state. You can find the status here. Next up, what you can also do now is, in case you want to change this replication set to add more tables or remove tables, you can click on the edit tables, and then you'll again be brought to the earlier screen where you can select which tables you want to be part of the specific replication set. So for now, we'll just remove one table from here and then click on next. And you can, if you want to add more tables, you can click on new table and then click next. Um, and after you click next, you can see the new status of the replication set. And further, you can move on to check for the current status of the table. So if you remember, we removed one row organized tables and we added a new table. In the next slide, now we'll look at how you can pause the replication set. So we'll basically, if you want, the replication set by default is active and running, but if you want to stop it or pause it, you will basically click the specific replication set and then click on the stop button. So now you can see that the replication is stopped and is actually in inactive state. And you can actually reselect that same replication set and then click on start to resume the replication set to be in active state again. In the next section, now we'll see how we can create more replication sets, possibly for adding more tables. So we'll click on the create replication set button, and then we will not go through the entire flow again, but it's essentially will go through the entire set to select the table, select the schema, select the tables, and then this new replication set is created, which has additional 2 tables. Next up, we can also see how we can delete a replication set. So basically, we'll have to, in this menu, we'll have to select what replication set I want to delete, click on the specific replication set, and then click on this delete icon. And then we'll get a confirmation box, which will prompt us to confirm if you want to delete. So after clicking on this delete, it will start deleting the replication set. And once the replication set is deleted, it will go from this table. Next up, we are going to see how we can delete a target completely, the mapping between a source and a target. So to do that, we'll click on the edit target list. So you'll see that this is what we had initially added. So you need to click on the delete icon there and then confirm that deleting this target will also delete the replication set which is currently associated with this target. So you can click on the delete button, and then it will start to it will delete entirely the target from your setup. The final procedure that we want to show you in the demo is how you can completely deactivate replication. So to do that, we'll have to click on the settings tab here, and then there is an option to deactivate replication. So having once you deactivate replication, all the replication metadata from the specific system will be deleted. So you'll have to make sure in order to use replication again, you will have to reactivate it. So care should be taken before clicking on this deactivate replication. The tables, however, are not deleted from any source or the target. So the user tables will continue to stay as is. So to delete the replication setup, we'll click on the delete replication button from the settings. You will be prompted that no, the delete procedure may take some outage for your database, which will be unavailable for some time. You can confirm the delete. It will take about you'll be seen this dialog box showing that the delete process is in process. And then finally, after the deletion is completed, you will be brought to the main page again, where you can see the activation link again. And in order to use replication again in future, you will have to follow the same process that we showed earlier to activate replication. Thanks everyone for your time to watch this demo.